Meet 25-year-old Barry and 21-year-old Christy, who've been together for 5 years.
No, you can see my movie. We met for a friend, and then I kind of got a bit obsessed with Barry. He worked at the cinema, so I used to go in there, not watch a film.
It was a bit weird at first, stalking me all the time, always coming to see me at the cinema. I was like, oh God, there she is again.
Oh my God, I wasn't that bad. When we first got together, my family used to call him Boring Barry. Barry's not boring, but sensible.
It's 'cause I'm an old man.
You are an old man.
I don't think you're boring.
No, what? Obviously I'm not boring. You're boring with that sentence. I am fun.
2 years ago, the fun kicked off when they moved in together in Barry's dad and stepmom's house in Stevenage.
Actually just a hotel, isn't it?
It is a hotel.
We come home, go up into his room, and then stay there for most of the evening without speaking to anyone else.
Come down, destroy the kitchen, go back to their room, have their dinner.
They might not talk to us for a fortnight unless the button falls off his trousers and he wants that sewn back on.
It's annoying having someone telling you to do stuff. It's like you're at school.
I'm kind of constantly treading on eggshells. We need to be on our own now, really.
While she stays every night at Barry's, Christy also really misses her maid. Sorry, mum, Jackie.
Hi.
Morning, darling.
So she goes home every single day for some TLC.
Oh no, not couscous. I had it yesterday.
So how many bits of chicken do you want?
2, please.
Do you want me to chop them?
Yes, please.
It's my fault how I am. I'm a real softie. Picks her lunch up. If she likes it, I'll get a text and say, this is lovely, can you do it again? If she doesn't, I don't hear anything.
So they agree it's time to grow up and move on. But there's one big thing the couple are at loggerheads on. Money.
You can take those down.
I think I'm quite good with money generally.
I think I have an unrealistic view of the future. So I think that's why I spend so much money now. But when I was younger, I used to think that I would marry a footballer or maybe a rich, dying old man, and that's where my money would come from. But now I've got Barry, so probably just gonna win the lottery or something.
Barry's not heading for football practice. He works as an aerial repairman. Being the sensible one, he's already saved his share of a deposit to buy a house.
I've been saving for about 2 years now, and I think I've got just over 5 grand now.
Christy also works full-time as an office manager. They earn the same amount of money, and she too has a savings pot. Only her pot is more like a fun bag.
I'm saving for a boob job. It is going to cost a few grand. I've already saved quite a lot for the deposit, and then I'm going to do the rest on finance.
Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and say I wouldn't like her to have massive whammers, because obviously I'm a bloke. Everybody would like their girlfriend to have massive tits, but because we're trying to save for our own place, you know, it just seems a stupid idea to me.
Some people would probably say I'm spoiled, but I'm not. I'm definitely going to get them done.
Having somewhere to live is better than having big tits.
For now, my financial focus is having massive jugs.
While Christy wants to save for her boob job, Barry wants to rent a place of their own, and we're giving them the chance to have a trial run.
I'm definitely ready to move out now. Obviously I'm older than Christy, so I've lived at home for longer. I'm just trying to make Christy feel the same way.
I do want it, but I want it to be easier. Just want it to be given to me.
So, we've got a spendaholic with boobs on the brain in Stevenage.
My financial focus is having massive jugs.
How on earth will they cope out in the real world on the road test this week?
Oh, I've got no time for this!
We're giving both couples the money they need to try renting a place of their own for a week, but it's the same budget they would have if they were going it alone for real. Barry and Christy are working out how much that is.
So a month between us, how much do we to bring home?
2.5.
2,500. So what do you spend your money on?
Well, 300 quid savings.
So I do 400 savings.
aka the boob fund.
I'm better than you. My phone bill's 35. And how much do I make a month?
1,200, 1,300 at most.
Yeah. Writing it down, I still can't see where it all goes. I just spend it on absolute crap. Katie said you have to pay for water.
Yes.
How much is that?
I don't know. Don't you pay water like quarterly?
What's that mean?
Quarterly, like quarter of a year, as in about 3 months. I think I'll be the one sitting down thinking about what we're going to spend the money on, whereas Christy would just be like, oh, I need this, off I go, you know, go and buy it. And I have to try and stop her.
Based on this, what do you think we could afford rent-wise?
We'd probably be able to afford like 500, 600 quite comfortably, I think.
500? You can't get anything for that.
Of course you can.
So it'd have to be at least 6 something.
All right, 600 then, we'd be able to
6 to
afford
7.
that between two of us.
Realistically, I think we could probably spend, I think, between 600 and 800 a month on rent. Barry seems to be capped at 700, but I think I can persuade him.
So far, neither couple can agree on their priorities, but they head out to look at potential flats.
Smells like a hospital or an old people's home. Don't really like it.
And they both see one expensive one.
Ooh, I like it.
Surprise, surprise, they all decide to splash the cash on the fancy flats.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It's got party potential.
So that leaves Barry and Christy with £412 between them for the week. Not quite what Christy's been used to.
I'll definitely put you in charge of it, I think. Now we've gone for the more expensive one. There's not as much room for me to have fun with the money.
Yeah.
Although, there is still some stuff I need.
Oh, what?
A spray tan before the party.
And it's not long before all the parents' wishes are granted because the kids are moving out. Barry and Christy's week-long road test starts today, and Christy's already in a tiz.
Really gonna stress me out today. Please, don't just like shrug everything off today. It's important that you do everything. Shall I write you a list?
Yeah.
Christy's been called into work today, leaving Barry to pack, so she writes down everything she wants collected from her mum's house.
Don't bring anything from your house, because it's ugly. Don't touch any of my clothes.
And the list goes on.
And that throw thing that goes on my bed.
And on.
And all my cushions.
And on.
All my photo frames are out. Don't forget my chickens either. Better not forget my fucking chickens.
They've already planned their first big spend of the road test, a housewarming party tonight. And she's got a list for that too.
Tequila, gin,
Rum.
and rum. Plastic cups, straws, pink. That's it. Love you. Please don't forget anything.
Most important thing done.
Barry works up a sweat packing his necessities for the week. His Xbox, the TV, and a spare grey t-shirt. Just the one, mind.
Just get some of these out.
Steady, Barry. Next, it's off to Christy's mum's house to pick up all those important items from the list. The chickens, thank God.
I mean, do we need that? Really?
It's a brave man that separates Christy and her chickens.
We have no room for chickens. Some sort of rug, I don't know what that is. 10,000 cushions you don't need. These pictures can come, I suppose, keep her happy. I think that's pretty much it. Just that box there with plates and cups and whatnot. That's pretty much all we need. Cushions, didn't bring them. Bedding I've got. Box of stuff, got that. Wine glasses I've got, mugs, got that.
Yes, but no chickens.
But we've got the essentials.
It's a quick stop to pick up the party booze for tonight before Christy arrives at Barry's parents to perform a full van inspection.
What?
No. What have you got? Or what
Have I
haven't you
got
got? Where's my stuff?
What's in the van?
Can I have a look? Where's all my cushions? Barry, what the fuck?
There wasn't any cushions.
Where are the wine glasses and the glasses?
Yeah, they're in there.
What's fucking wrong with you, Barry? Well, you haven't bought any of it.
Nothing in there.
You haven't got anything. You haven't bought any of it, Barry. I laid it all out on the bed
is
for you.
in there, honestly.
No, it's not. I just looked in there. Barry's fucking forgot everything. And, well, hasn't forgot it, has purposely not bought it like I knew he was going to. And people are coming round at 8:30.
You've got 3 hours.
What?
2 hours.
And I've got to get ready in that time. And move all of our stuff in.
Yeah, that won't take long.
Obviously, because you haven't bought any of it, you fucking toll.
Christy is still seething as she and Barry say their goodbyes.
I'd like to think they can make it on their own and they could do a good job. And if this is what they want, then good. I hope they make a go of it.
I wonder where I'm going to put the chickens.
In the bin?
After picking up all her vital items, they finally begin their new life together.
Oh, I'm stressed. I don't want that there, though. No, put that away.
Yeah, I will. Just let go of it. It's ripping through my fingers.
I want this table out of here, Barry.
We'll move it all in due time. For fuck's sake.
How romantic. But Christy is determined to enjoy her new flat and starts getting settled in.
I don't know what to do with this, though. How do I put it in the bin?
What, a bag? You want me to how to operate a bag?
Can you put it in the bin somehow, please? It looks ridiculous.
No, it doesn't.
It's covering up the window. People are going to drive past and see
little
this.
bit.
It looks like a
Well,
squat.
I didn't pick this, did I?
No, but why are you moving it there? Put it on that side. On
No,
the
because then
wall.
all you'll see is the reflection of the fucking window.
The housewarming party is about to start, but still Barry and Christy are less lovebirds, more angry birds.
Oh, I've got no time for this.
Just
Barry,
go get ready, just fuck off.
But with makeup on and beer in hand, they finally get that party feeling.
Ta-da! Margarita's in the kitchen. Earlier was crazy with stress, and I think we were probably going to break up at one point. But
Yeah, it was a bit stressful.
yeah, but it's nicer now. Everyone's kind of here and ready, and the drinks are flowing.
But drinks for 20 odd guests has cost them £100. That's a quarter of their money for the week down their necks.
Thank you everyone for coming, and let's get really pissed. Mine's the pink one, mine's the pink one. Oh, oh, it's disgusting. My hair.
Oh, looks like they really let their hair down.
Oh, someone ate the microphone, man.
Oh, and Microphone Man isn't their only casualty.
I have been sick, but not as much as usual. I've only been sick about 6 or 7 times. Plan of action is breakfast, and then I'll go back to sleep, and then Barry can clean up.
People just don't give a shit, man.
But with no food in the house and Barry blowing the budget on party booze, what do they have left for the rest of the week?
Right, so we've got 412, but we spent 100 yesterday already.
I don't even know how you spent 100.
We bought a lot of alcohol. £312.50 left. You save
100 for boobs.
100 saved there. I save about 300 a month, 75 quid a week.
How much are bills?
Well, let's go over the top. Let's put 60 aside.
No. 40, that's
40
fine.
then,
I
whatever.
can do without heating.
Oh, we've got 95. No, 97.50. At least £15 of this is going on a fat fryer.
Barry's being an idiot and spending stuff all the time. And that's my job, and he's doing it for me, but wrongly.
Time for Christy to step up and take control.
Today, I think we're going to spend less money and try and keep it as cheap as possible now.
Bread.
Cheese.
Cheese, yeah.
Like a medieval shopping list. Would you like to have steak this evening?
Yeah, could go for a steak later on.
With a hangover, rumbling tummies and a craving for steak, the pair go shopping. Error.
We spent 65 quid.
On a week's worth of shopping.
That was a bit more than I was expecting it to be.
I think we've got about £25 or something left, and I have to go to London tomorrow, so that's going to be 20 quid. So we're definitely going to have to dip into our savings, aren't we?
Yeah, definitely.
Incredibly, they've almost blown their budget.
It's day 2, and we're done our budget already.
With only their savings left for the rest of the week, it turns out they're as useless as each other with money. Will they fare better with the cleaning?
Right, so I'll do the toilet and you do the floor. Today. Now. Deal? Oh, I don't want to touch this bit. I don't have gloves either. And there's a pube on it. What is wrong with people? What are they doing to make them fall out into the toilet bowl?
Considering her fragile state,
Ah!
that's pretty impressive from Christy.
Oh, this is not the desperate housewife dream that I have.
Much less impressive is so-called sensible Barry.
What are you doing? Why aren't you tidying up?
We'll do it in a minute.
No, I've just done the toilet, Barry. The one thing that I said I was not going to do.
Women generally just do cleaning better.
This is pure alcohol. Can't believe I'm doing all of this and you're sitting there playing the Xbox.
0-0, half time.
This is not the way it was supposed to be, Barry.
Whoa.
There must be something in the air, because even Barry is feeling romantic.
Chips. Is that enough?
Yeah.
He too is cooking dinner for Christy.
We're having a nice romantic night in, aren't we? With a steak dinner for two. Can't wait to stare into your eyes over the table.
She's nice.
It's nice to be like sitting at a table and not on your bed with our dinner on our lap. This is a learning experience for me and I'm going to be a wife material after this.
But for Christy, there's still two things missing from that perfect wife package.
Tomorrow I'm going for the consultation for my boob job, but it's dependent on money. Do I have the boobs and then wait longer to move out, or do I move out and wait longer to have the boobs? So that's my dilemma, and I don't know how I'm going to pick, but probably the boobs.
To my cooking.
To my sauce.
Down south, Barry and Christy have learnt the hard way that they can't have it all.
This week we've obviously pretty much spent our budget already. Christy had to go to London, so that was another 20 odd quid spent on the train. Now we've got about £2 left, and we're going to have to dip into the savings.
That's right, whilst Barry is busy installing satellites, Christy's in London deciding whether to blow her savings on a couple of stellar installations of her own. She's brought best friend Katie along for support.
I'm really excited. I'm scared a little bit though.
I want to see the different types of boobs.
Yes, I do. I think I get to put them on and walk around in them.
Do you? It's like the teardrop ones are supposed to be like the best, aren't they?
Yeah, but I don't like them.
Do you not?
Because they don't look fake. I don't want to pay money for them to look like I could have grown them myself.
Are you worried about spending that much money? Is Barry going to be angry?
Yeah, Barry's going to be angry with it.
Despite a busy morning at work, Christy's boobs are never far from Barry's mind.
Obviously I don't want her to get the boob job done. I don't think it's the time for her to be thinking like that, you know, priorities, we've got to, you know, get somewhere to live.
What's more important to you?
Massive tits.
You can't have everything. You can't get married, have fake boobs and a house. That's just completely unrealistic.
That's the dream though, isn't it?
And Christy can't wait to get her hands on a pair. Wee.
Probably would just go for the bigger ones then. Oh my God, I love them.
They are nice.
Oh, they feel
It's
so
not
big.
too big either. It's not too
Grab
big at
me.
all.
Squeeze test passed. Thoughts of Barry in a house are bulldozed by thoughts of new
I think Barry will like
bazookas.
them eventually. They're perfect. I think I've made my decision.
You can actually have it done on the 1st of October.
Yes, please. Yeah, definitely.
Cost for the procedure is $4,450.
Because if you think that's
Luckily for Barry,
What's this, man?
Katie's fighting his corner.
Go home, have a chat with Baz and
Speak
your
to
mum
Barry, yeah.
and see what you need to do.
Stupid Barry. Making me sensible and think about savings. Thank you. Cheers. I really want to move out with him properly, and I don't know, I think that's playing on my mind when I'm thinking about like paying all that money for the boobs.
Christy leaves London with a lot on her mind, and when she gets home, she has to tell Barry her decision.
Well, I went for my appointment in London, and then I picked the size that I'm going to go to and discussed some finance options. So I'm thinking about putting it back so that I can save more.
We think that's more important than having big whammers.
Spoken like a true gen.
I think you made a good decision. Proud of you.
Love you.
Love you too.
So, Christy's boobs have taken a back shelf in favour for Live with Barry. And the parental advice just keeps on coming. Back in Stevenage, it's day 4, and Christy and Barry are also catching up with the folks.
Hello, darling. How are you?
Good, you
Oh,
alright?
I really missed you. You're all grown up, Christy.
I bought you a present.
Oh, what's that?
Washing.
What's your dress? Have you not got a washing machine?
As well as her washing, Christy needs mum's help with her cooking. She's ambitiously hosting her first dinner party tonight.
So what are you going to cook for me when I come to your house?
Probably like lasagna or spag bowl.
Lovely. Homemade, not out of a packet?
Yeah, I'm
jar?
going to make it myself.
Oh, well done.
Well, sort of. Having blown their shopping money on day 2, Christy's being resourceful.
Can I borrow some of these for the meal?
What?
I don't know if they're herbs or spices.
Well, what do you put in spaghetti bolognese?
Curry powder.
No.
Oh. Leaves.
Bay leaves. That's what you use. That's it.
No.
Why not? Christy, they're nice.
Barry doesn't appreciate leaves in his dinner.
Well, he won't know. Don't tell him.
What Barry doesn't know won't hurt him. Some top tips for domestic
doesn't
harmony
smell
there
really
from
nice,
Mum.
does it?
But what pearls will Barry's folks have in store for him?
How's it going at your place?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's fun.
So, how much budget have you got left?
Well, after we put our savings aside and a little bit aside for bills, we've got nothing left. Well, about £2. So we're going to have to dip into our savings.
How much have you shouted at each other?
A few little arguments about the cleaning and stuff, like washing up and leaving a cup on the side or something, which I didn't think we would argue about.
This is where you start to find out the little nitty gritties that drive you around the bloody bed. Rather than coming in the door and going like, you haven't done the washing up. What have you been doing ever since you've been home from work? And you go, oh, I've been playing with Xbox.
Exactly, I was busy.
No, you're not busy. You do your jobs first and then you get to play. That's how it works. That's life.
So, armed with words of wisdom from both parents, they head home to get ready for their dinner party.
I'm quite keen for Barry to see how good I go, because obviously we're going to be living together, so he's going to have to learn to put up with it.
Still using the food from their one and only shop, plus some leaves from Mum, Christy is making a lasagna for 4.
Pour it into here.
No, that's not going to work.
It will work!
It's not!
Take that quick, because it's hot. I think you cook the mince and then put the peppers in. I wonder if you put the vegetables in first, because they're crunchy. I've got the glasses on because last time I tried to cut onions, I cried for ages and it ruined my makeup, and we've got people coming round, so I need to look good.
And after adding a vital ingredient,
Can you make me a gin and tonic, please?
it's not long before Christy's cooking up a storm in the kitchen.
I'm just watching. I like seeing how my food is made. Looks tasty.
Christy's mum and stepdad Graham arrive with their own
nice.
chairs.
Hope your dinner's nice. I am so looking forward to this dinner because it's the first time Christy's ever cooked for me.
Everyone ready?
Yes. Oh, lovely. Look at those layers.
Well done.
Very nice.
Cheers.
Cheers.
To me.
To Christy.
Lasagna.
And me.
To me.
It's a triumph for the girl who couldn't cook, wouldn't cook.
I am really surprised. It's actually really tasty. Much tastier than I thought it would be. Very nice.
It's nice to have, Jackie and Graham round, Christy's parents, rather than sponging off you. It's nice to be able to give it back.
Just cooking a meal for 4 people, it made me feel really good when everyone liked it. Stuff like that. I didn't think I'd, enjoy it because it's not my sort of thing, but I have.
From cleaning her first toilet to cooking her first meal, it's been a week of new experiences for Christy.
The week has just been amazing. It's been so nice just to be with Barry, even doing nothing, like sitting watching TV together and stuff. It's just so nice to be like in a living room like normal people.
The next day, Christy and Barry are so keen to go it alone that they're looking at cheaper flats.
Enjoying living at the flat, but we're worried about how much it costs. You know, it's a little bit too much for us.
Especially because we spent our budget in the first 2 days, so that wasn't a good sign, was it, for our future?
So yeah, we're just looking at some other properties.
But compromise comes at a cost.
I don't like the church pew in the living room.
It's $6.50 a month, Barry, and it's really nice. You can't not have it just because it's got a table in it that you don't like.
Normally, the one demanding the finer things in life, Christy today is wearing the sensible cap.
Oh my God.
I don't really like overlooking the car park. That's a bit rubbish.
What does it matter? I like this, actually. Why have they done it like this? Narnia.
My priority is cheapness, I suppose, but obviously I still want it to be nice as well.
I think it's really nice. Barry's just been an idiot. I think Barry still wants something cheaper that he's not going to get, and if he does, it's not going to be as nice as this.
While Christy is keen to get moving, is Barry putting the brakes on this move now?
That second one that we viewed is like perfect for us, and it's in our price range, and it's like everything that we
Well, that might
wanted.
be your opinion.
It is though, and I really don't want to end up stuck at your parents' house again. I don't think you're that set on moving out.
No, I don't want to move out. I just want it to be right. Like, I don't want to just rush into somewhere and then not enjoy living there.
In a surprise role reversal, Barry has left Christy wondering about his commitment. So, what will it be for Barry and Christy?
So have you had a good week, baby?
Yeah, it's been good. Really liked it.
Do you want to live with me now?
Yeah, I wanted to live with you before.
Did you?
The week has brought the couple closer and given them a new confidence about the future.
Just this small experience of like being away from like the family home or whatever and living with each other. It's just been really relaxing. It's just been so nice. Going back to your dad's now is just like the last thing I want.
Yeah, I don't want to go home.
But can they afford to stay? After all, they've been living on their savings since day 2.
Well, I've only saved £20.
I'm actually quite happy with my £80.
Obviously, I'd like to have more to put aside.
We can't have done that bad. Like it's not like we've got no money at all.
So, has their pricey pad scuppered their plans to go it alone? Before they hear the couple's decision, Dad and Jackie get a glimpse of the week's adventures. And it's quite an eye-opener.
I didn't know she was ever think about having a boob job.
Neither did I, and I didn't know that's why she was saving. Even though it's just been a week, I do think living on their own has made them realise that it's not easy.
There's a determination from them that they want to do this.
But are they ready for all that hard work?
You all right?
All right.
So how have you found being on your own?
Yeah, it's been nice, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Even like the nights we weren't doing anything, just sitting on the sofa like together, watching TV and stuff, it was just nice, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's just...
Were you worried at all that there was like no grown-up to ask questions of?
Nah, not really, because we've got our phones in case of emergency.
So what do you think? Are you going to stay in the flat? Or are you coming home?
No, we're not going to stay in this particular one because it's just too expensive for us.
We've viewed some already and we've got some viewings lined up as well, so like as soon as we find one that's within our budget and that we really like.
It should only be a couple of weeks, you know, if we find somewhere.
You must have really enjoyed it if now you think you're going to have a go.
It was really fun just, you know.
And I mean, you
just
two
us
must
two.
have enjoyed it as well, like not having us there all the time.
It was heaven. It was absolutely heaven.
It's nice to hear that they're actually looking already to find somewhere else.
But I'm very pleased that they've enjoyed their week together and they want to do it properly, permanently.
But it's Christy's double D-sized turnaround that surprised everyone.
I do definitely still want them done, but I think having that taster of living together, I do want to move out with Barry more than I thought I did. So my priorities have kind of shifted in a way. So I've just got to think more about other people, I guess, being Barry and not just myself all the time. As soon as something comes up that's within our budget, then we'll be out.
2 weeks later, that's exactly what they did, and Christy and Barry have finally left the hotel of Mum and Dad.